Hello everyone. Today I would like to share my personal reflection on the American TIFF culture course I took on Coursera. I will reflect using Gibbs' reflective cycle and focus on the personal impact the course had on me as a future English teacher. The course introduced me to the idea that deafness is not disability, but a cultural identity. This was very different from what I had assumed before. I also thought that ASL is a complete and rich language, not just a replacement for spoken English. ASL or American Sign Language has their own grammar like just English, Indonesia, French, or everything. These two ideas really challenged how I used to view the deaf community. At the beginning, I felt confused and even a bit uncomfortable because the course went against my earlier mindset. But as I continued, I began to feel curious, touched, and motivated. I realized that my confusion was a sign that I was growing and learning something important. The stories and experiences shared by the deaf community deeply inspired me. One of the best parts of the course was that it made me more aware on how I use language. For example, I used to think that terms like hearing impaired were neutral or polite. But now I understand that such terms can be hurtful or offensive because they suggest that something is wrong with being deaf. And a limitation of the course, however, was that it wasn't interactive and I couldn't directly engage with deaf individual. Still, it gave me a strong motivation to learn more on my own. This reflection connects strongly with Byram's model of intercultural communicative competence, especially the skills of critical cultural awareness or severe engage, whatever. And I wasn't just learning about the deaf community, but I was learning to evaluate my own beliefs and biases, and I also began to question about how society views disability and how education systems often exclude their voices. So, from this experience, I learned that empathy is not enough. We need to take action. I learned that language shapes how we see others and that I must be more intentional with the words I choose. And as a future English teacher, I want to make sure my classroom encourage respect, inclusion, and critical thinking about diversity. So, what will I do next? First, I will continue learning ASL or American Sign Language so I can communicate better with deaf people in the future. And the second one, I will avoid using terms that reflect outdated or biases thinking. And the third and last one, I will bring this awareness into my future teaching, helping students reflect on a culture, identity, and respectful communication. That's all from me. Thank you. Bye.